The days you win, the pick six can make a difference. I'm not going to say life changer because I think that's a cliched phrase, but it can make a difference when you hit a bet like the pick six. It's a lot of work, it takes more capital, and you have to be prepared to go through long losing streaks. But when you're right, and that bet pays off, to me, there's nothing more rewarding than the pick six. I know every handicapper looks at things differently, but to me, there's no more valuable tool than video replays, because you'll see things the second, sometimes the third time you didn't notice the first time you watched the race, but the one or two nuggets you find, whether you see a player or a horse that nobody else saw, makes it all worthwhile. It's a lot of interpretation. Two people can watch the same race and have completely different interpretations of the outcome. But to me, watching video, no replacement for it.
What's up, football fans? Welcome to week 2 of the postseason. We're so excited to have you with us. We've got great divisional round matchups ahead of us. We are breaking down all 4 games on the schedule this weekend, with winners advancing to the conference championships. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney, and as always, I'm joined by the best in the business. These guys, our experts, are here to help you make money. Our team, there you are, there you guys are. Let's do this thing. It's time now to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. Just plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000. You're going to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000, and we're going to place that bet a little later in the show. It's easy, it's legal, and it is so much fun. So let's get right to the games here this weekend. We're starting with a look at the Saturday schedule. 2 games on tap. Early kickoff gives us the 6th-seeded Rams headed to top-seeded Green Bay. Game time, 4:35 Eastern time. And that is where we begin. Dave Weaver, Andrew Filipponi, got to get you guys in here with us. We've got the #1 scoring offense up against the #1 scoring defense. This matchup is basically just fans winning here, right? The Rams will need to lean on that dominant defense as well, because for the second straight week, LA is waiting until game day to name their starting quarterback. We saw John Wolford get the start last week, left the game after suffering that stinger in the first quarter. Jared Goff came in, he got the win, but he is still recovering from that thumb surgery he underwent on December 28th. Still fresh. Now, as for the Packers, they're coming off the bye. They've won 6 in a row, and they were 7-1 at home. They're a 6.5-point favorite in this matchup. Dave, a lot to unpack here. Which side are you on?
Well, for those that like the Rams, for your sake, hope that it's not Jared Goff, because he's probably the worst cold weather quarterback that I've ever seen. A couple of years ago against the Bears, the Rams were the top team in football. They went in, he threw 4 picks in the cold weather. The Rams are terrible in freezing conditions. They're 0-8 against the spread the last 8 times they've had to play in a game like this. Meanwhile, the Packers thrive. You know what's not going to be fun? After 18 weeks of grinding, bone-crushing football, you take your sore, battered bodies to eastern Wisconsin and have to play the best team in the NFC. This is blowout city, my friends. The Rams have 0 chance to go up against this Packers team and keep it close. They're not going to be able to score points, and they're not going to be able to stop the Packers. They have a good defense, but not good enough to stop Aaron Rodgers. I love the Packers.
Well, thanks for the geography lesson. That's eastern Wisconsin, Dave, not central, or
yes.
That's okay. Thank
Way
you
out.
for that.
I looked it up.
Never been to the frozen tundra, and it'll be cold. It'll be in the 20s. This is the biggest quarterback mismatch of the week, and the NFL has done so much to make sure that the quarterbacks are the stars. It's a quarterback-driven league. And so it's Jared Goff in 9 completions last week. This is a guy that's a #1 overall pick, took a team to a Super Bowl, and yet Sean McVay decided last week, I'm going to dress this guy. He's healthy enough to get a helmet, but he's not healthy enough to start in the name of John Wolford. That told me everything I needed to know. Let's not forget the Rams lost to the Jets down the stretch. Now everyone's in love with them because they scored 30 and beat their rival Seattle. The Packers will lay one on LA. I'm with Dave. I'm happy he's not a homer. He's a short drive away from SoFi Stadium, but he's thinking with his head, not his heart. I like the Packers to cover too.
Great stuff, guys. And you mentioned the weather. The Rams have only played 2 games all season in less than 60-degree weather. Saturday's forecast in Green Bay, by the way, is calling for highs in the 20s. Our NFL expert, Cole Wright, is in Chicago, where I know it is cold right now. Cole, give us the right take here on this matchup. Cole, which team do you have winning and by how many points?
Well, I thought Green Bay was northern Wisconsin, but what do I know when it comes to geography? One thing I do know that this will be the Cal Bears Super Bowl. That is if Jared Goff actually plays, but Lisa, this game is much more than that. It's 1 versus 1, like you said, and we know the Rams, they have the top-ranked pass defense, but Aaron Rodgers, well, he hasn't had a whole bunch of success versus similar units. 0-2 in the postseason. And then there's this. You know the guy who gets all those unbelievable rates on his insurance, Mr. Rodgers? Well, he also has an unreal winning rate versus the Rams in the postseason. He's 4-1. So expect he and Devontae Adams to show why Adams led the league in receiving touchdowns. And I think the Rams team that lost to the Jets, I think that's the team that shows up. Green Bay, they're going to go win this one 28-17. You can book it.
I will book that, Cole. I will take that bet any day. Thank you. Odds now, by the way, on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. See Cole here in a little bit. Let's get to the second game on the Saturday slate. That takes us to Buffalo. You see the 2-seeded Bills hosting the 5th-seeded Ravens. Guys, kickoff for that one, 8:15 Eastern time. So this is our night slate here. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson got his first career postseason win last week. The reigning MVP running for 136 yards, helped his team come back from 10 points down to beat the Titans there in that one. They now get the Bills, and wide receiver Stephon Diggs is on fire, you guys, averaging more than 125 yards in his last 5 games while scoring 5 touchdowns as well. Pony, the Bills are giving 2.5 in this spot. Can they cover that?
No, the wrong team's favored here. I know John Sheeran, Bills Mafia can be tough. They'll get to you. They'll apply some pressure. And, hey, 25 years, a cathartic game for the Bills to end that playoff win drought last week against the Colts. But they were exposed defensively. I mean, the Colts drove the ball every time. No 3-and-outs, not a lot of punts. Every drive went into Bills territory. And that was with old man Phillip Rivers. Now, here comes Lamar Jackson. The gorilla's off his back. The Bills were the 7th worst team in football against the run. 4.6 yards per carry allowed. And here comes Baltimore with by far the best rushing attack in the entire NFL. That Ravens defense coming alive too, Dave, with their corners. They got guys like Marlon Humphrey, Jimmy Smith healthy. They can do a number on Diggs and Beasley. Baltimore's going to win this game outright.
I'm with you. Last year they were the #1 seed in the AFC, and they lost in their very first game to Tennessee. Now they know what it's like to have to go on the road and win. When they had the luxury last year of being that home team, they know, look, we can go in and beat teams. They're now 5-0 as an underdog against the spread. In the playoffs specifically, they've now covered 6 in a row on the road as an underdog. I think they like being in this spot, not the #1 seed. Now the number 6 seed, hey, what do they have to lose? They'll just go in and start beating teams like Buffalo and maybe even Kansas City next week.
All right, Moneyline Moneymaker right there, plus 120 on that Moneyline. Thank you, gentlemen. Anyone that knows me and follows me on Twitter knows that I love numbers. So let's get some analytics and get that perspective on betting this game here. Ed Egros joining us from Dallas. What do your models say about this matchup?
Well, Lisa, it's not just that we're going to see 2 good offenses get on the gridiron here, but they're also favorable matchups offensively for both teams. For Baltimore, it's Lamar Jackson's running ability. Per Next Gen Stats, Jackson was responsible for 3 of the top 5 fastest top speeds running the football. At one point, he was clocked at 20.64 miles per hour. Bills ranked 12th worst defending quarterback runs, allowing 327 yards. Now, for Buffalo's offense, who are they supposed to key on here? Stephon Diggs, 3rd most first downs by reception with 73. Gabriel Davis, 3rd most yards before catch per reception with 13.4. Isaiah McKenzie, 4th highest passer rating when targeted at 140.8. Haven't even mentioned John Brown or Cole Beasley. They're not too shabby either. The line is exactly where it needs to be, but by 1/10 of a point. I'm favoring Buffalo here. But hey, a 29-26 game for Buffalo should be a lot of fun to watch.
Awesome, Ed. Thank you. We'll see you again in just a sec. That's a look at the Saturday games on the schedule, you guys. Now you have the inside information, all that betting, all that research from those guys. You're well positioned to now take advantage of a huge odds boost that is being rolled out by FanDuel just for these playoffs. Yes, check it out. Sign up for a new FanDuel Sportsbook account. And when you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this awesome odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. That means if you place a max bet of $5 on any team, you'll win $125 if you hit that bet. And of course, the guy you're taking all of that money from, joins us right now. John Sheeran sets the lines for us at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Hey, Sheeran, are you seeing any betting trends for these Saturday games that have you a little bit nervous about your position right now? What are you seeing?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of interest, Lisa. I think the one that the guys just touched on, the Ravens and the Bills, the lines in general this weekend, and we saw it last weekend as well, are really solid. We don't expect a lot of movement. We have all of the information. We have a season-long data set to be able to run our ratings off. So we're pretty confident in the numbers, and I don't expect to see a whole lot of movement, particularly for Saturday's games, with both of them being just a half a point away from the two most important key numbers in the NFL. I think from my perspective, at least, we would like to see a lot more money on the Bills than we've seen so far. About 67% of the money so far has been on Buffalo. I want to continue to build a position against them. We did that last week with Indianapolis and managed to cash those tickets. So we look to do the same again against the Ravens. The points the guys made are all valid. I think it's a pretty favorable matchup when you look at it on paper for Buffalo's offense, but I do have a lot of trust in the Ravens to do a similar job to what the Colts did, play more cover two and put the offense of Buffalo and Josh Allen in front of them, obviously taking away the run entirely, especially now that they've lost Zach Moss. I think it'll allow them to drop extra people back, and I can see the Baltimore Ravens causing the Buffalo Bills a lot of trouble again this weekend, Lisa.
I think you're exactly right. A lot of people thinking that way. Sheeran, thank you. All right, time now to talk daily fantasy, and there are a lot of different contests you can check out right now on FanDuel.com, and of course on the FanDuel app as well. You can win a lot of money if you're able to set a winning lineup here. Our job, of course, is to help you win that money. So FanDuel Editor-in-Chief JJ Zacharyson joins us now with his top value plays for this weekend. Hi, JJ.
Hey, Lisa, if you want to save a little salary cap this week, I don't mind Rashard Higgins at $5,300. If you look at what's gone on since Odell Beckham had his season-ending injury, which feels like years ago at this point, but since that point in time, Rashard Higgins has about a 19% target share per game in that Cleveland Browns offense. And what you have to be intrigued by with this matchup against the Chiefs is that the Browns are the biggest underdogs on this slate, which could result in more passing for this offense. And even though the Chiefs were a top 5 team at defending wide receivers when looking at adjusted fantasy points allowed this past year, the potential for 8+ targets for Higgins makes him a good value at just $5,300. I also like Devin Singletary at $5,700. Zach Moss, he's out. That means Devin Singletary is going to see a bigger workload for this Buffalo Bills offense. And we actually have a sample of Singletary without Zach Moss this year. Moss missed weeks 3 through 5, and in those games, Singletary handled over 80% of Buffalo's running back rushes, and he had about a 12% target share. For some context, outside of those games, his running back rush share was 46%, and his target share per game, 8.5%. So we should see a nice uptick in volume for Singletary, and at $5,700, that makes him a strong play. And then finally, Michael Thomas. In his first game back this past week, he ended up with 5 catches on 7 targets. He had 73 yards in the score. This week against a friendlier defense in Tampa Bay for wide receivers, he's priced at $7,200. We know the ceiling is there, and that's why I like Michael Thomas.
Yes, JJ in playoff mode here. Follow JJ on Twitter at LateRoundQB, and make sure to take JJ's information to set your lineup this weekend. Check out all the contests available right now on FanDuel.com and on the FanDuel app as well. And good luck winning all that money. All right, guys, let's move on here on the show and get back to our divisional round playoff preview now. Guys, picks for the Saturday games, check, done. Now we're moving on to Sunday. And it's spicy, yes. Take a look at the 2 games on the Sunday slate. First game kicks off 3:05 Eastern time, and it is going down in my hometown, Kansas City, all that barbecue, hosting the 6th-seeded Cleveland Browns. I'm calling it the Kerney Weaver Bowl here. Dave's been on Cleveland since we started this show, literally 3 years ago. So they're coming off their first playoff win in 27 years. Still can't believe what my eyes saw last weekend, by the way. The Browns jumped out to a 28-0 first quarter lead in Pittsburgh and then just rolled. Now, as for the Chiefs coming off that bye, thanks to that 1 seed, we've watched Patrick Mahomes do his thing all year long, you guys. But only one player in the league was voted unanimous first-team All-Pro, and that was KC tight end Travis Kelce. Set a tight end record, 1,416 receiving yards this season. Dave, let's do this thing. Chiefs are giving 10 points to the Browns in town. Which side are you on here?
Surprise, surprise. I'm on the Browns. Look, the Chiefs just don't cover very often. The last 7 wins, they lost the Chargers, obviously, when they benched everybody the final week. But the 7 wins before that, they won by 6, 3, 2, 3, 4. They don't beat teams by 10 or more points. And I don't even think that they have to win this game. I know it's the biggest underdog of the week, but I do believe that the Browns have a chance in here. They got the best 1-2 punch with Chubb and Hunt coming out of the backfield in all of football. You can run the ball, and they do have a good defense at times. They can get streaky good, and at times they get bad. Obviously, they need to put it together here for 60 minutes to have a chance against the Chiefs. But 10 points is too many for me to play the Chiefs. I'm going Browns.
Well, because they haven't been that dominant team all year, and I think the question here, Dave, is going to be, do the Chiefs just flip a switch now that the playoffs have started? And I'm not convinced of that either. I like the Browns as well. Maybe I'm brainwashed because I lived through that nightmare Sunday night here in Pittsburgh watching the Steelers get crushed by this team. I think the running game for Cleveland, you're getting guys back in it, okay? You're going to get the offensive line coach back. You're going to get Kevin Stefanski, the play caller, back. So you put 48 on Pittsburgh, and you did it with the coach down in his man cave for the game. He wasn't even able to be there or have any kind of input on the game. So 10 points is way too many. We saw the Chiefs dig themselves a lot of holes in last year's playoffs. They won every game and won the Super Bowl. But I'm just not convinced they cover a big number, so give me the Browns.
That's fine. You guys can take the Browns and take the points there. I will go ahead and take Kansas City on the money line. Check. Done. All right, the second game on the Sunday slate, it takes us to New Orleans. The 2-seed Saints hosting the 5th-seeded Bucks. Kickoff 6:40 Eastern time for this game. You guys, let's get into this one. This one is round 3 of Tom Brady versus Drew Brees this year. How did we get here? Take a look. Tampa Bay beat Washington. New Orleans beat Chicago. And there we go. The Saints won both matchups this year. Brees is also 5-2 all-time against Tom Brady. Pony, coming to you first. The Saints are 3-point favorites in this matchup. Which side are you backing here?
Well, I think the third time is going to be a charm for Tom Brady against Drew Brees this season. The first matchup was in week 1. Brady still trying to get used to the new Bruce Arians way of life. The second game was when Antonio Brown made his debut, and Brady had probably too many mouths to feed. They got blown out. They got embarrassed, frankly, in that game. So this is a revenge spot. Dave, I think the Saints have done a lot of smoke and mirrors since Drew Brees came back. You look at their wins, Minnesota, Carolina with the Panthers turning it over 5 times, and they got a gift from the football gods with the Bears in week 1 of the playoffs instead of Arizona. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay here because I think they can win the game. I'm getting points, and right now I trust Tom Brady more than Drew Brees.
I trust Sean Payton more than Bruce Arians in the playoffs. Sean Payton, the Super Bowl winner with 9 playoff wins. Bruce Arians, throughout his head coaching career, has 2 wins in the playoffs, and I don't think he gets his third here. This line seems very low, though, when you look at the way that the Saints have dominated the Bucs this year, winning by 35 and winning by 11, and they're only favored by 3. I think it has to do with the fact that Tom Brady is the GOAT, and it's playoff time, and this is what he thrives to do. But Sean Payton is going to bring the blitz. When Tom Brady gets blitzed, he's a completely different quarterback. He ranks 32nd when blitzed of all quarterbacks that have at least 20 completions this year. That's not good. So Sean Payton's going to bring it. Tom Brady's not going to have time to throw the ball, and the Saints are going to win, and they're going to win big.
Dave Weaver, I'm still writing that note down. Tom Brady ranks 32nd when blitzed. That's an offline conversation.
Correct.
We got to get more into that. There you have it, though, you guys. Sunday done, and you guys are ready to wager here. We previewed Saturday. You've got Sunday. So you're ready to go. Take our experts' information and make sure to place your bets right now and take advantage of this huge odds boost as well. FanDuel's offering just for the playoffs. Check it out. I mentioned it earlier in the show. New users, get yourself some love here. Sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account right now. And when you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. That means if you place a max bet of $5 on any team, you're going to win $125 if you hit your bet. It's the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, let's pivot now and hand out some serious fist bumps here because our FanDuel winner from last week absolutely crushed her picks. Megan Nunez goes by Megan Making Money on Twitter, nailed all 3 of her Sunday bets. So fist bump to you, Megan. It was awesome. It took the Ravens -3, Browns on the money line, and the Saints Bears under, which helped her take home the wild card weekend crown here for our FanDuel competition. Great stuff by Megan. We've got a new competitor this week. This challenger is Dane Martinez joining us from Sports Grid. Here is how FanDuel works. Our bettors get $100 virtual dollars to place one wager on a spread, money line, and total for this weekend's games. Dane is up first, guest first here on this show. Good luck to you, Dane. Tell us how you're betting that money.
Hey everybody, I'm Dane Martinez, the spitting statistician of Sports Grid, and here's how I'm spending my unit on Saturday in the divisional weekend. First, I'll take $50 and I will bet the Packers to cover the number. The Rams are banged up going to Lambeau Field, and I think a rested, ready MVP candidate Aaron Rodgers will cover the number. My second bet, I'll take $30 and I'll play the money line on the Buffalo Bills. I'm not willing to lay any points in this one, but I do think the home team and Bills Mafia will be enough for Buffalo to survive and advance. With my last $20, I'm taking the over in that Bills-Ravens game. I think both teams will be able to move the ball. Buffalo is number 2 in the league in terms of scoring, and the Ravens have the best run game in the NFL, so I'll take my remaining 20 and think that game goes over the number.
Yeah, survive and advance. That's what it's all about at this point in the season. There you have it. Dane is going with $50 virtual dollars on the Packers, giving the points, $30 on the Bills to win outright, and 20 on the over for Bills and Ravens. We'll see how those bets play out. All right, Dave, Pony, and Ed, got to get you guys in here. You have to try to win back that FanDuel title. Same drill for you guys here, $100 virtual dollars. You got to bet spread, money line, and total here for this weekend's games. Dave, take us through your bets here. What you got?
I'm going to agree with Dane on the spread bet. I think the Packers, and John Sheeran's dangling that carrot, putting this line at 6.5. I'll bite, John. I'll take the 6.5. I'll take the Packers. I think they win this game by 17. $50 on the Packers on the spread. My money line is actually going to be the Ravens over the Bills. So we're flipping here what Dane did. I'll take Ravens, getting a little bit of plus money there. And my total, I'll go to the Saints and the Bucks. This is going to be a high-scoring game, mostly from the Saints. I'll take $20 on the over Bucks and Saints. Maybe Tom Brady contributes a bit, but I think more so this is going to be scoring from the Saints ground game. $20 on the over there, 52.
Yeah, my biggest, I'm going to split this out evenly. I'm not going to do a little Ed Egros stunt here with the money and the way it's spread out. I'm going to start with Baltimore with the points. I think they're going to win the game with their rushing attack. Money line, Tampa Bay. They go to New Orleans and win. And then by over-under, I'm going to take the under, $33. So I'm going $34, $33, $33. The last one is going to be the under in Green Bay, LA.
Pony, it's called the Edwardian approach, and that's exactly what I'm going to do again. $98 on the Packers spread against the Rams. The game may include a freezing temperature. Gunslinger concerns for LA. Touchdowns should not be an issue here. $1 goes to the Browns money line, just in case Pat Mahomes is due for regression to the mean. Plus, I'm only putting down $1 for a nice payout. And finally, $1 on the Ravens-Bills over. I think it clears that mark by about 6 points.
Did I hear $1, Bob? I did. The Edwardian approach. I love it. I'm in. Spread, money line, and total. You guys can do that thing right now. You can place those bets, the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Hey, tail our guys, or make your own bets. Make your picks right now at the FanDuel Sportsbook. And remember, new users, download the app and place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000 when you use the promo code MOREWAYS1000. All right, John Sheeran, I told you you'd be back, and here you are. I'm coming back to you because I get a lot of questions each week, especially in the playoffs. Bettors wanting to know which teams are getting the most action right now. So what are you seeing for this weekend's games?
Everybody's touched on it already, Lisa. It's the Green Bay Packers. At 6.5, we've seen 90% of the money for Green Bay. We were at 7. We did see some warm, sharp money at 7 that caused us to move it to 6.5. At 7, it was about a 75-25 split. Everybody's very keen to take under a touchdown, so I don't see that line going any further towards Green Bay. A word of caution, I really like this spot for the Rams. We're happy to build a position against the Packers at 6.5. I think that defense can cause Green Bay enough trouble and be in this game, even though there are those concerns about Jared Goff. I have no concerns about the weather. He's 3-1 since his rookie season in weather under 40 degrees. So I think this narrative that he can't compete in cold is nonsense. But happy to build a position against the Packers at 6.5, Lisa.
All right. So some fighting words, Sharon, for our guys. All right, thank you so much. Great perspective, as always. And as you know, guys, injuries, especially at this point in the season, are always a factor. Pro Football Doc David Chow joins us now with information on the health of these teams we're going to see this weekend that are taking the field specifically for Saturday's games. Hi, Doc.
Saturday's playoff matchups create some interesting issues. The Rams versus the Packers. Goff will be the starting quarterback, even though his thumb may not be 100%. Wolford, the backup, is iffy. Cooper Kupp has missed some practice time but should play. The big question is what happens along the defensive line and the Packers' offensive line. Will Aaron Donald play and be effective? I believe he will. The Packers are going to need a plan B for David Bakhtiari because Jared Veldheer tested positive for COVID and he was just signed. The other matchup, the Ravens and the Bills, are the healthiest matchup of the weekend. Both sides are very healthy. The Bills will miss Zach Moss, their running back, and the Ravens will miss Ronnie Stanley, but they've missed him a while at left tackle. Otherwise, players on both sides of the ball for the Bills and Ravens are getting healthier, and that should be an explosive, tough matchup.
All right, thank you, Doc. Hey, time now to pivot here and give some underdogs a little love, because you know I'm all about the plus money. I talk about it all show long, every single show. And an easy way to get that money and get that return is by betting dogs to win outright. Cole, take us to the money line here. Who's on upset alert here in the divisional round?
Well, I'm going to make you a few greenbacks by putting the Buffalo Bills on upset alert against those Ravens. The tipping point here is going to be the Bills' defense versus the Ravens' top-ranked run offense. The Bills, we know that they've won 10 out of the last 11, but trying to stop Lamar Jackson, that's a task that I don't feel that they're going to be up to once game time rolls around. Sorry, Bills Mafia. I see the Ravens getting the win here, 21-17. I'm rolling with Pony and Sheeran here.
Yeah, there it is. Take those Ravens. Plus 120 on that money line. And new users, I'm talking specifically to you right here. Get in on all that action. When you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, you can make any bet risk-free up to $1,000. Just sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. You're going to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000 just by using that promo code. More ways 1,000. If your first bet doesn't hit, it's all good. We've got your back. FanDuel's going to refund you up to $1,000 in sight credit. It is the best mulligan in the business. So let's swing big here, you guys. Dave, Pony, and Ed, you have up to $1,000 to place on that risk-free bet. So let's make our viewers that money. Dave, you first.
Well, when you go to the NFL tab, don't click on games. Click on weekend specials. You can bet which team will score the most points this weekend. For me, it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens. They're plus 750, so my $1,000 will collect $8,500 if they get the most points of these 8 teams.
Dave, I found that tab too. It's awesome. I'm going to go lowest scoring team this weekend. Get this, the Bills against the Ravens. The last time they lost was to a mobile quarterback. It was Kyler Murray.
Let's stay creative here. Most playoff passing yards. Safest route, take the quarterback who plays the most games, but also has to play from behind a lot. And I think that's going to be Aaron Rodgers. His connection to Devontae Adams has been extraordinary all season long. $1,000 risk-free bet, $9,000.
Whoa, yes. In on all of that plus money. Thank you, guys. Great stuff by you guys. Gamblers, make sure you sign up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account right now and place those bets. Use the promo code right there on your screen, More Ways 1000. You're going to get that risk-free bet up to $1,000. Easy, legal, live. So much fun. Take your winnings if you hit and just get your money back. If you don't, you get to do it all over again. Everybody, thank you for joining us for this show this week. Enjoy the divisional round playoff games, and we'll see you right back here next week.
TVG Saturday. California Breds face off in 5 stakes events on Cow Cup Day from Santa Anita. Cowbreds set the winning pace from the Great Race Place. Play Saturday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
wonderful tonight, in wonderful form in France, and now at Ascot.
Daria with another try on the outside, rushing fall. Oh, Daria.
On adjuge Kerry Radcliffe, Yorby Van de Phone. On adjuge M. Henry Magner. On adjuge M. Oliver Saint-Laurent.
On adjuge 975 000 euros.
TVG Sunday. Phillies and Mares at a mile-and-a-half journey in the Grade 3 Astra Stakes. Gate-to-wire action on Santa Anita's turf course. Play Sunday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
What's up, football fans? Welcome to day 2 of the divisional round. 2 more games on the schedule for us today, with the winners advancing to the conference championship. We're so excited you're here with us. Thanks for hanging with us. We're breaking down and betting both games, plus giving you same-game parlays and handing out some risk-free bets as well. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney, and as always, I am joined by the very best in the business. Our team of sports betting experts. These guys are here to help you make money. So now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. Just plug in that promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. It's easy, it's legal, it's so much fun. So we're getting right to the games because we got some bets to place here. Here's a look at today's schedule, and the first game up is the 6th-seeded Browns in my hometown, eating my barbecue, facing my top-seeded Kansas City Chiefs. Kickoff 3:05 Eastern time. And oh, by the way, I am going to just go ahead and call this the Kerney Weaver Bowl because Dave has been on Cleveland since we started this show 3 years ago. They're coming off their first playoff win in 27 years, since we're talking about timelines. I still can't believe what my eyes saw last weekend. I don't know about you guys. The Browns jumped out to a 28-0 first quarter lead in Pittsburgh and absolutely rolled. Now, as for the Chiefs coming off that bye, thanks to the 1 seed, we've watched Patrick Mahomes do his thing all season long, it's all career long, but only one offensive player was voted unanimous first team All-Pro, and that was Kansas City tight end Travis Kelce. Set a tight end record with 1,416 receiving yards this season. Dave, let's do this thing. Chiefs are giving 10 points to these Browns in town. Which side are you on here?
It's going to be tough to slow Kelce down, but I think the Browns can do it. I like the Browns defense, and I like what they can bring with the running game as well with that 1-2 punch with Chubb and Hunt. I think they're going to be able to run the ball successfully against the Chiefs and keep this game closer than a lot of people think. The Chiefs don't blow teams out. The last time that they won a game by more than 6 points was against the New York Jets in Week 8. Since then, their wins have been 3 points, 3 points, 6 points, 6 points, 3 points, 4, and 2. They win by a touchdown. Fine. I'm getting 10 points. They're a terrible covering team, and I think the Browns are still underrated by most people other than me.
Yeah, I think the line here indicates historical trends more than anything else, Dave. That's a dangerous game to play. You know, it's basing this line, I think, on Kansas City's prior playoff success last year, winning the Super Bowl, and the Browns' lack thereof. But if you honestly evaluate where both teams are right now, how could you favor Kansas City by double digits? They barely beat the Falcons in Week 16 with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. All those guys played. They didn't even get to 20 points. And then you look at the Browns. They just won a game, scored 48 against their arch rival, the Steelers. They didn't have their head coach. They didn't have their offensive line coach. They didn't have one of the best guards in football, Joel Bitonio. They get both of their starting corners back, Kevin Johnson and Denzel Ward, in this game. It's going to be competitive. When Nick Chubb plays, the Browns are always in the game. They lost to the Jets because they had no wide receivers, and the other game they lost was that thriller against Baltimore, 47-42. I think they keep it close. They cover. That's
fine. Take your points. That's totally fine. But I've got the Chiefs surviving and advancing All right, let's advance the show here and get the right take on this matchup. For that, we get to our guy in Chicago, our NFL expert, Cole Wright with Marquee Sports Network, formerly of NFL Network, of course. Cole, you heard the guys' picks here. Which team do you have winning in Kansas City, and by how many points?
Well, a lot of nostalgia floating around in this one. We know the Browns, they beat the Steelers in a wild card matchup back in '94, and they did it again on Super Wild Card Weekend, except this time there were fewer silk shirts and Z Cavaricis in their lockers. Now, Cleveland, they threw hot grits on the Steelers from the very beginning. That was evident, but the Chiefs' defense, they're literally middle of the road. They're 16th overall, and stopping the fabulous Baker boys is not going to be easy because the Browns, they've scored over 30 points 8 times this year and 40 points 4 times. But let's get back to Kansas City because they've gone for over 39 times this season, and with weapons galore at Patrick Mahomes' disposal, the Chiefs, I think they're going to be too much, Lisa. Kansas City, they've won 4 of the last 5 versus Cleveland. Plus, when it comes to Andy Reid, he's never lost to the Browns. So 32-20, I think Kansas City, I think they win and cover.
That's what I'm talking about, Cole. You're welcome at my party any day. Thank you. Odds right now, by the way, at FanDuel Sportsbook app. Thank you, Cole. We'll see you again in a little bit. Second game on the Sunday slate. Let's keep rocking this thing out. That takes us to New Orleans. The 2-seeded Saints hosting the 5th-seeded Bucks. Kickoff for this one, 6:40 Eastern time. And this one is round 3 of Tom Brady versus Drew Brees this year. How did we get here? Tampa Bay beat Washington. New Orleans beat Chicago. The Saints won both matchups this year. And by the way, Brees is 5-2 all time against Tom Brady. Pony, coming to you here. The Saints are 3-point favorites. Which way are you going?
Well, I'm sure Dave will have some stats on Tom Brady that'll make you all believe that he's just, a withered old man that has no chance against that Saints front. I'll let him get to that in a minute here. I'm not going to steal his thunder, but look, the Saints swept this series. It wasn't particularly close in the regular season by a combined 46 points. But the key stat is this. The Bucs turned the ball over 6 times in those 2 games. So if you want to bet on the Saints and bet on the fact that you think Tom Brady is going to turn it over again and throw interceptions, well, then fine. Take New Orleans to get back to the NFC Championship game. But I'm not going to do that. Mike Evans is going to play. Antonio Brown has come into his own. Gronkowski has gotten better in the second half of the year. Fournette has found a role in the offense. I think the Bucs will be fine. I think they'll actually win this game because I don't think Brady's going to throw 3 interceptions like he did in the previous matchup or when he threw 2 back in week 1, Dave.
I think Sean Payton has his number, and he knows how to get him to throw interceptions. You blitz Tom Brady. Here's that stat that you were alluding to. When Tom Brady gets pressured and is under a blitz, I did some research at Pro Football Reference, he ranks 32nd amongst quarterbacks, and I picked for at least 20 completions. So that's basically every starter and every backup in football. 32nd when blitzed. His passer rating is in the high 80s. His normal passer rating is obviously much closer to 100 or higher. So Tom Brady, when blitzed, is how you beat him. Sean Payton has now beat the Tampa Bay Bucs 5 times in a row and have the Saints. And the 2 games this year, they won by 35 and 11. It's not like they're squeaking by. Another blowout win here for the Saints.
I think great points on both sides by both of you guys. Thank you. Anyone that knows me and follows me on Twitter knows that I love numbers. So let's get some more stats here. Get an analytics perspective on betting this game. Eddie Gross, what do your models say about this one in New Orleans?
Lisa, we've talked a good bit about the importance of Michael Thomas returning to this Saints offense and how dynamic he's been with Drew Brees, and certainly that's been important. That was just the second time last week that Michael Thomas and Drew Brees started and ended a game together. And yes, it was an unbeatable combination for a while, but this time the Saints finished 6 out of 12 wildcard teams, an EPA per dropback at .048. The rushing attack was much worse in that playoff game against the Bears, 9th out of 12 in EPA per rush at negative .188. Buccaneers finished better on both accounts, 2nd in EPA per dropback at .455, 5th in EPA per rush at negative .039. Why is that the case? Well, credit Antonio Brown for being part of the fold, Mike Evans being healthy enough, and having a comfortable lead to using Leonard Fournette a good bit more. Normally, I would lean on the team that won the first 2 meetings in this 3-game set, so to speak. But in this particular instance, I like Tampa Bay on the money line, 28-25.
Okay, there it is. Thank you, Ed. And that's a look at today's games. Now you have the information, the inside info, all of that research from our guys, so you are well positioned to go ahead and take advantage of this, a huge odds boost. FanDuel is rolling out just for the playoffs. Check it out. Sign up for a new FanDuel Sportsbook account, and when you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this, an odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. That means if you place a max bet of $5 on any team, you're going to win $125 if you hit your bet. Again, it's right there on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And the guy that you're taking all of that money from joins us right now. John Sheeran sets the lines for us at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Sheeran, are there any betting trends that you're seeing for these Sunday games that have you a little nervous about your position on them right now?
I won't start sweating just yet, Lisa, but I'm really surprised by the interest in the Browns. I agree with the guys. I think the number's too high, and I think that explains it. About 60% of the money so far has been for Cleveland, which is unthinkable because the Chiefs have just been, the emerald of the public bettor's eye, and for them to desert them at this stage against the Cleveland Browns, I think gives a good, strong indication that we see this line move towards the Cleveland Browns. I expected this game to be about an 8.5 spread. It's 10 right now. That is under pressure, and I think if you do like the Browns, I would take that sooner rather than later. For all of the reasons that the guy spoke about, I think the Chiefs are probably 10-point favorites based mainly because of their priors from last year. I don't think they're 10 points better on the body of work this season. And Dave Weaver actually covered a stat correctly for the first time all season by saying, they haven't managed to cover. They haven't been impressive recently. And it is all down to the prior from last year's run to the Super Bowl.
Said with love, I'm sure, Sharon. Thank you. All right, we'll talk to you again a little bit. Let's pivot now and hand out some serious, mad, well-deserved fist bumps because our FanDuel winner from last week absolutely crushed all of her picks. Megan Nunez goes by Megan Making Money on Twitter, nailed all 3 of her Sunday bets. Took the Ravens -3, Browns on the money line, and Saints Bears under for last week's games. Fist bump, fist bump, fist bump helps her take home the wild card weekend crown here for the FanDuel Championship. Great stuff by Megan. This week we have a new challenger to take on our experts. Dane Martinez from Sports Grid joins us, and here's how FanDuel works. Our bettors get $100 virtual dollars to place a wager on a spread, money line, and total for this weekend's games. Dane, of course, guests up first on this show. Good luck, Dane. Tell us how you're betting that money.
What's up, everybody? This is Dane Martinez, the spitting statistician of the Sports Grid Network, and here's how I take my $100 and divide it up on Sunday's divisional weekend action. I am entirely focused on the third matchup between the Bucs and the Saints and these two future Hall of Fame quarterbacks. For my first bet, I'm taking $40 and I'm putting it on Tampa Bay with the points. I think ever since their Week 13 bye, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been humming. I think they are building more chemistry and rounding into form. It is tough to beat a team 3 times in a row in the same season. So for my second bet, I'm taking another $40 and I'm putting it on the Tampa Bay Bucs money line. I think they truly are getting better, and I think they are way different than in their Week 1 matchup. You see guys like AB and Gronk really starting to get into the flow of this offense, and I think that late bye was important. For my third bet, I'm taking my last $20 and I'm taking the under on this total. I know it's a little contrarian, but I think that the Saints defense has gotten a lot better since that 34-23 win in Week 1, and I actually think Todd Bowles and the Bucs defense will provide a different kind of style for this matchup. The third one will be different, and that is how I'm breaking up my unit this weekend.
That's right, survive and advance. Okay, Dane, thank you, and there you have it. Dane has all 100 of his virtual dollars on the Bucs Saints game here. 40 on Tampa Bay getting the points, 40 on Tampa Bay to win outright, and 20 on the under for this game. We'll see how his game plays out. Remember, you can snag a same game parlay as well. Look for that SGP tab on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Look for your game. You'll see that tab right underneath. All right, Dave, Pony, and Ed, you guys have got to try to win the FanDuel title back. Here is your chance in the divisional round. Same drill for you guys. 100 virtual dollars to bet 1 spread, 1 money line, and 1 total for this weekend's games. Dave, how are you betting it here on Sunday?
Well, here's something fun that Dane can do. He can take a Benjamin out of his wallet, get out a lighter, and light it on fire because he just lost $100. I'm all in on the Saints. I'm going Saints spread, Saints money line, and the over. Completely opposite of thinking that the Bucs are going to keep this close and low scoring. Why? They haven't been able to do that all year. Sean Payton owns this team. Blitz Tom Brady, make some turnovers. The Saints score on many of the touches here. So I'm all in. Saints and the over.
I'm going to spread my money around, unlike the guy that's going to talk after me here. Again, I'm sorry for taking all of Ed's credit. I'm going to take $34 and put it on the Browns spread. Not going to get too greedy with the double-digit spread, $34 on them. Money line, I'm going to go back to Dane. I like Tampa Bay to win the game outright. I really do. I think this is a de facto NFC championship game. The winner goes to the Super Bowl. And then the last one, $33. The over-under on Tampa Bay, New Orleans. I'm going to go over in that game. I'm not buying, Dennis Allen and Todd Bowles and whatever, strategies they're going to come up with. I think both quarterbacks cook in this game.
Pony, you're just jealous that your betting approach doesn't have a trademark name. The Edwardian approach strikes again here. $1 on Tampa Bay covering with problems with the Saints passing attack. Then I want $98 on the Chiefs money line because they're the best team in football. And then I want $1 on the Browns-Chiefs over. The Chiefs defense wants you to run the football, and Cleveland does it really well. When it comes to rushing yards over expected, they're about as good as any team in the National Football League.
I love it. Provided advanced Edwardian approach. Spread, money line, and totals. You can even put $1. Do you see what Ed did there? I love the creativity. You can place those bets right now. Tailor, guys, or make your own picks right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And remember, new users, I'm going to remind you all so long, use that promo code. It's right there on your screen. More ways, 1,000. You're going to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000 just by using that promo code right there. We're going to get back to that SGP we talked about a bit ago. It is a fun way to double, triple, quadruple in the same game. Yep, it's called the same game parlay, and you can make that parlay bet right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. As Dave mentioned, it is so easy. Why an SGP? Well, because this is where you can dramatically increase your payout by combining wagers for the same game. So let's rock this thing out. And Dave, which game are you working with here on this Sunday slate?
I'm going to stay with the Saints and the Bucs, but I have enough vested on that game itself. I'm going to look for some player props, specifically anytime touchdown scores in this game. And I think for the Saints, Kamara and Taysom Hill both get into the end zone. But Antonio Brown, really been impressed the way he's finally started to communicate with Tom Brady. They're hitting on all cylinders. So if anybody scores for the Bucs, I'm going to say it's Antonio Brown. If I get those three to score, I'm getting 13-1 on my money. $50 gets me back over $700.
That's risky, Dave, because as long as the Saints blitz, I don't think Tom Brady, according to you, is going to throw any touchdown passes in this game, right? Same game parlay. It's all about the tight ends in the Cleveland-Kansas City matchup. Both of these defenses have struggled against tight ends, keeping them out of the end zone. In fact, Cleveland has allowed 10 tight end touchdowns this year. Kansas City allowed 9. So this is what I'm going to do. Austin Hooper, anytime touchdown scorer for Cleveland. Kansas City, Travis Kelce, the first touchdown scored in this game. You just put those two things together, you get a huge payout on a same-game parlay.
Also going with the Chiefs and the Browns here, and I think we're almost in agreement that the Browns can cover a rather large spread. So what's fun for me is going with the alternate spread. So I'm going to take Browns plus 5.5. Add to that a first-half money line for the Chiefs. And the home total points under 34.5 as they perhaps run a little bit more than usual. So I'm expecting a good tight game that has some points, not a ton, but a $50 bet here scores me more than 370.
An awesome way to put an extra little juice on this game. Guys, great stuff. You can tail one of our guys or build your own same-game parlay. You can do it right now. The FanDuel Sportsbook app. Just click on the game that you like. You're going to see a little same-game parlay tab. Hit that, and then just have some fun. Watch your odds increase. All right, FanDuel is also offering a special promotion if you place the same-game parlay. That's at least 3 legs, and the odds are plus 200 or longer. If you lose exactly one leg of that bet, FanDuel will give you up to $25 in site credit. So make sure to take advantage of the special promotion today. You can find it again on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, John Sheeran, I'm coming back to you. I get a lot of questions each and every week. Bettors really wanting to know which teams are seeing the most action here? A lot of eyeballs on just 2 games here on Sunday. What are you seeing for these games?
Yeah, I can't give you an answer. It's really closely split in both of the games. A small bias towards Cleveland Browns right now. Expect money to come for the Chiefs as that number may drop, so nothing there. And then it's almost a 50-50 split with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. I don't buy too much into the narrative from the first 2 games. I think situationally it was very different. I think turnovers cost Tampa Bay in both of those games. But what I can tell you is that there is a huge bias towards the over in that game in New Orleans. We opened it at 49.5, up to 51.5 right now. Still a 5-1 bias to the over. And I think when you break down that game, it's not hard to see both offenses having a lot of success. And I think the over in that game is the way to go, even if that means agreeing with Dave Weaver, which I think is, a path to the poorhouse, Lisa.
That is just, you go down in flames fast. Thank you, Sharon. Great perspective as always. You're the man. All right, as you know, injuries are always a factor, especially at this point in the season. So we want to check in with Pro Football Doc David Chow, who joins us now with information on the health of these teams taking the field here for these Sunday games. Hi, Doc.
All right, let's go over Sunday's playoff games in terms of health, starting with the Browns at the Chiefs. The Browns get healthier in terms of their pass defense. They get number 1 corner Denzel Ward back and another corner back after the COVID protocols. However, they do lose a corner to a hamstring issue. The Chiefs get healthier with Tyreek Hill being full go, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is poised to return this week as well. In the other matchup, Saints against the Bucks. Battle of 2 of the established older quarterbacks. The Bucks lose guard Alex Kappa to the season with a fractured ankle. That's a big loss. Ronald Jones may not be able to play, but defensively they get back linebacker Devin White and Steve McClendon at D-line, so that'll be key. Meanwhile, the Saints are getting healthier with Breeze, Kamara, and Thomas all back and playing.
All right. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate that. All right, team, we are just hours away right now from kicking off these Sunday games, so we've got to get these bets in, and we've got to do it fast. Let's get our quick pick recap before all of these games today. The early game, Browns at the Chiefs. Kansas City again, giving 10 at Arrowhead. Dave, who do you like?
I like the Browns, and we haven't talked about the fact that the Chiefs are off the bye. Sometimes that works against you, and you get a little bit rusty. Look what happened last year when the Ravens, as number 1 seed, came up flat against the Titans in their first game. I think the Browns can catch the Chiefs off guard here. Maybe the Chiefs win, but I think 10 points is too big of a spread. The Chiefs have been winning games by 6 points, 4 points, 3 points, so I think that this is a too big of a number for the Chiefs. I'm taking the Browns.
Okay, Pony?
Lisa, I lost you there. I was stunned for a second because I'm mesmerized by Dave. He's made so many good points that even John Sheeran was complimenting him earlier in the show, which was a first. Look, the Browns with their run game between Chubb and actually Hunt in the pass game is a guy that comes in and catches the ball out of the backfield. I think they'll keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline for a big chunk of this game, and that's why they'll cover and keep it close.
I think you're both wrong, but that's fine. In addition to betting the spread here, there are a ton of fun prop bets available for this game, so let's just move right on here. You've got a full menu waiting for you right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Let's scroll through it. Let's rip through some of the most popular ones for these games right now. Pony, coming right back to you. Total touchdowns scored in this game, over or under 6.5 for the Chiefs and Browns.
Yeah, I'm going to go the under. And I know that the reason why the over would be the trendy bet is because the Browns just scored 48 and the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes and on paper, maybe the most high-powered offense in the entire league. But if Cleveland sticks around in this game, and again, I'm picking them to cover, they're going to have to keep possession of the ball. They're not going to have to be a quick strike offense. They're going to have to keep control, and for that reason, I'm going under.
Okay, Ed, Pony's wrong there. How about this for you? First half team total for the home team. That's the Chiefs. Over or under 17 points. What you got?
Well, when it comes to first half bets, always look at scripted plays. Great way to start. So I'm going to lean over here because the Chiefs are phenomenal passing the football in scripted plays. They're not that good rushing. So if they stick to their game plan and not worry too much about matchups, I think they can hit at least 17.
All right, Cole, coming to you. Which half will be the highest scoring half in this game? Do you think the first or the second?
Well, Lisa, I'm going to have to go with the second half at free money at plus 110 because the Chiefs, they've scored 14 or more points in the second half 9 times for all you Ferris Bueller's fans out there in 2020. They start slow, but they like to finish fast, so I'm going with the second half.
All right, good stuff. Good pull, Cole. Now to the late game here. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. Again, for the 3rd time this season. Saints won the first 2 and are 3-point favorites in this one. Pony, which side are you on here?
I'm taking Tampa Bay. I don't have ample evidence yet that Drew Brees is truly back from that lung and rib injuries that he suffered. He's played. The game he lost was to a really good team, Kansas City. The games he's won have been against teams that are 500 or worse. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay, not only on the spread, but also the money line.
Okay, Bucks +3. And for all of you at home, I don't want you all to miss out on this awesome odds boost available right now for you. FanDuel is rolling out a great odds boost just for the playoffs. So another reminder right here, I mentioned it earlier in the show, new users sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. When you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this, an odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. That means if you place a max bet of $5 on any team, you're going to win $125 if you hit your bet. Again, on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And, of course, along with taking advantage of that promotion, you can bet some prop bets on the game as well. So giddy up. Let's bet some more right now. Dave, let's get to this. Total points for the away team. That, of course, here in this game is Tampa Bay. Over or under 24.5?
Well, the last 5 times that the Bucks have played the Saints, they haven't scored more than 24 in any of those games, and the average is 14.2, and I'm getting plus money. I'm going under.
Keep in mind, they have scored at least 30 in 4 straight games now, just saying. Ed, how about the spread for the first half? The Saints are -2 here. Do they cover that number?
Well, no team ran the football better on scripted plays than the Saints. If Drew Brees also shortens the game with deets and dunks to Michael Thomas, real action and attempts to play catch-up won't happen until the second half. So I'm going to hedge my Bucks bet from earlier and say, yes, Saints cover first half.
Okay, Sheeran will tell you hedging is for gardeners, by the way. Cole, which team will score last in this game?
Lisa, I got to go Tampa at plus 102. Tom Brady, he's never lost to a team 3 times in one season, so why start now? This one going to come down to the wire. Tom Brady and Tampa, they win last minute in this one, 27-21.
All right, great stuff, guys. These are just a few of the prop bets that are available for you right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Just keep on scrolling. Hundreds are available. There are dozens of fun bets, and you're going to find them right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, you guys, let's get right to it. New users, I'm talking to you right here. Get in on that action right now. When you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, you can make any bet risk-free. Up to $1,000. Just sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. You're going to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000 just by using the promo code right there. More ways, 1,000. This means if your first bet doesn't hit, it's all good. We've got your back. FanDuel's going to refund you up to $1,000 in site credit. It is the best mulligan in the business, you guys. So let's go ahead and swing big here in the divisional round. Dave, Pony, Ed, you have up to $1,000 to place on that risk-free bet. Let's make our viewers some money here. Dave, you first. Where are you putting that money?
Well, I'm all in on the Saints, so let's do this. The Saints in the 2 games against the Bucks have won by 35 and 11. Split the difference. That's 3 touchdowns. I'm going to lay 20.5 points and get 7.5 to 1. $1,000 gets me back 8,500 when the Saints beat them by 21.
Good thing it's risk-free. I'm going to take Antonio Brown to score 2+ touchdowns against New Orleans. He has scored a touchdown in 4 straight games. He had 2 against Atlanta in Week 17. I love the odds on this bet.
Here's a pre-built spread and total points parlay from the FanDuel Sportsbook. Browns plus 10.5 over 56.5, so it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. Combine that and a $1,000 risk-free bet scores me a total of $3,400.
There you go, all that plus money. Great stuff, you guys. Gamblers, make sure to sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account right now. You can place their bets or do your own thing. Use the promo code MOREWAYS1000. And most importantly, enjoy these games and enjoy those bets. Cheer on your wagers, cheer on your teams, cheer on your players. And thank you for joining us today and always. We'll see you right back here next week.
TVG Saturday. Older horses go 1 mile and 1/16 in the Grade 3 Louisiana Stakes from Fairgrounds. Just part of a big day of racing in the Big Easy. Watch and wager Saturday. TVG, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
Wonderful tonight, in wonderful form in France, and now at Ascot.
Daria with another try on the outside, rushing fall. Oh, Daria.
On adjuge Kerry Radcliffe, you'll be on the phone. On adjuge Monsieur Henry McNerd. On adjuge Monsieur Oliver Saint-Laurent.
On adjuge 975 000 euros.
TVG Saturday. California breds face off in 5 stakes events on Cow Cup Day. From Santa Anita, Cowbreds set the winning pace from the Great Race Place. Play Saturday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
What's up, football fans? Welcome to week 2 of the postseason. We're so excited to have you with us. We've got great divisional round matchups ahead of us. We are breaking down all 4 games on the schedule this weekend, with winners advancing to the conference championships. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney, and as always, I'm joined by the best in the business. These guys, our experts, are here to help you make money. Our team, there you are, there you guys are. Let's do this thing. It's time now to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. Just plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000. You're going to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000, and we're going to place that bet a little later in the show. It's easy, it's legal, and it is so much fun. So let's get right to the games here this weekend. We're starting with a look at the Saturday schedule. 2 games on tap. Early kickoff gives us the 6th-seeded Rams headed to top-seeded Green Bay. Game time, 4:35 Eastern time. And that is where we begin. Dave Weaver, Andrew Filipponi, got to get you guys in here with us. We've got the #1 scoring offense up against the #1 scoring defense. This matchup is basically just fans winning here, right? The Rams will need to lean on that dominant defense as well, because for the 2nd straight week, LA is waiting until game day to name their starting quarterback. We saw John Wolford get the start last week, left the game after suffering that stinger in the first quarter. Jared Goff came in, he got the win, but he is still recovering from that thumb surgery he underwent on December 28th. Still fresh. Now, as for the Packers, they're coming off the bye. They've won 6 in a row, and they were 7-1 at home. They're a 6.5-point favorite in this matchup. Dave, a lot to unpack here. Which side are you on?
Well, for those that like the Rams, for your sake, hope that it's not Jared Goff, because he's probably the worst cold weather quarterback that I've ever seen. A couple of years ago against the Bears, the Rams were the top team in football. They went in, he threw 4 picks in the cold weather. The Rams are terrible in freezing conditions. They're 0-8 against the spread the last 8 times they've had to play in a game like this. Meanwhile, the Packers thrive. You know what's not going to be fun? After 18 weeks of grinding, bone-crushing football, you take your sore, battered bodies to eastern Wisconsin and have to play the best team in the NFC. This is blowout city, my friends. The Rams have 0 chance to go up against this Packers team and keep it close. They're not going to be able to score points, and they're not going to be able to stop the Packers. They have a good defense, but not good enough to stop Aaron Rodgers. I love the Packers.
Well, thanks for the geography lesson. That's eastern Wisconsin, Dave, not central, or
yes.
That's okay. Thank
Way
you
out.
for that.
I looked it up.
Never been to the frozen tundra, and it'll be cold. It'll be in the 20s. This is the biggest quarterback mismatch of the week, and the NFL has done so much to make sure that the quarterbacks are the stars. It's a quarterback-driven league. And so it's Jared Goff and 9 completions last week. This is a guy that's a #1 overall pick, took a team to a Super Bowl, and yet Sean McVay decided last week, I'm going to dress this guy. He's healthy enough to get a helmet, but he's not healthy enough to start in the name of John Wolford. That told me everything I needed to know. Let's not forget the Rams lost to the Jets down the stretch. Now everyone's in love with them because they scored 30 and beat their rival Seattle. The Packers will lay one on LA. I'm with Dave. I'm happy he's not a homer. He's a short drive away from SoFi Stadium, but he's thinking with his head, not his heart. I like the Packers to cover too.
Great stuff, guys. And you mentioned the weather. The Rams have only played 2 games all season in less than 60-degree weather. Saturday's forecast in Green Bay, by the way, is calling for highs in the 20s. Our NFL expert, Cole Wright, is in Chicago, where I know it is cold right now. Cole, give us the right take here on this matchup. Cole, which team do you have winning, and by how many points?
Well, I thought Green Bay was northern Wisconsin, but what do I know when it comes to geography? One thing I do know that this will be the Cal Bears Super Bowl. That is if Jared Goff actually plays, but Lisa, this game is much more than that. It's 1 versus 1, like you said, and we know the Rams, they have the top-ranked pass defense, but Aaron Rodgers, well, he hasn't had a whole bunch of success versus similar units. 0-2 in the postseason. And then there's this. You know the guy who gets all those unbelievable rates on his insurance, Mr. Rodgers? Well, he also has an unreal winning rate versus the Rams in the postseason. He's 4-1. So expect he and Devontae Adams to show why Adams led the league in receiving touchdowns. And I think the Rams team that lost to the Jets, I think that's the team that shows up. Green Bay, they're going to go win this one 28-17. You can book it.
I will book that, Cole. I will take that bet any day. Thank you. Odds now, by the way, on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. See Cole here in a little bit. Let's get to the second game on the Saturday slate. That takes us to Buffalo. You see the 2-seeded Bills hosting the 5th-seeded Ravens. Guys, kickoff for that one, 8:15 Eastern time. So this is our night slate here. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson got his first career postseason win last week. The reigning MVP running for 136 yards helped his team come back from 10 points down to beat the Titans there in that one. They now get the Bills, and wide receiver Stephon Diggs is on fire, you guys, averaging more than 125 yards in his last 5 games while scoring 5 touchdowns as well. Pony, the Bills are giving 2.5 in this spot. Can they cover that?
No, the wrong team's favored here. I know John Sheeran, Bills Mafia can be tough. They'll get to you. They'll apply some pressure. And, hey, 25 years, a cathartic game for the Bills to end that playoff win drought last week against the Colts. But they were exposed defensively. I mean, the Colts drove the ball every time. No 3-and-outs, not a lot of punts. Every drive went into Bills territory. And that was with old man Phillip Rivers. Now, here comes Lamar Jackson. The gorilla's off his back. The Bills were the 7th worst team in football against the run, 4.6 yards per carry allowed. And here comes Baltimore with by far the best rushing attack in the entire NFL. That Ravens defense coming alive too, Dave, with their corners. They got guys like Marlon Humphrey, Jimmy Smith healthy. They can do a number on Diggs and Beasley. Baltimore's going to win this game outright.
I'm with you. Last year they were the number 1 seed in the AFC, and they lost in their very first game to Tennessee. Now they know what it's like to have to go on the road and win. When they had the luxury last year of being that home team, they know, look, we can go in and beat teams. They're now 5-0 as an underdog against the spread. In the playoffs specifically, they've now covered 6 in a row on the road as an underdog. I think they like being in this spot, not the number 1 seed. Now the number 6 seed, hey, what do they have to lose? They'll just go in and start beating teams like Buffalo and maybe even Kansas City next week.
All right, Moneyline Moneymaker right there, plus 120 on that money line. Thank you, gentlemen. Anyone that knows me and follows me on Twitter knows that I love numbers. So let's get some analytics and get that perspective on betting this game here. Ed Egros joining us from Dallas. What do your models say about this matchup?
Well, Lisa, it's not just that we're going to see 2 good offenses get on the gridiron here, but they're also favorable matchups offensively for both teams. For Baltimore, it's Lamar Jackson's running ability. Per Next Gen Stats, Jackson was responsible for 3 of the top 5 fastest top speeds running the football. At one point, he was clocked at 20.64 miles per hour. Bills ranked 12th worst defending quarterback runs, allowing 327 yards. Now, for Buffalo's offense, who is Baltimore's actually, who are they supposed to key on here? Stephon Diggs, third most first downs by reception with 73. Gabriel Davis, third most yards before catch per reception with 13.4. Isaiah McKenzie, fourth highest passer rating when targeted at 140.8. Haven't even mentioned John Brown or Cole Beasley. They're not too shabby either. The line is exactly where it needs to be, but by a tenth of a point. I'm favoring Buffalo here, but hey, a 29-26 game for Buffalo should be a lot of fun to watch.
Awesome, Ed. Thank you. We'll see you again in just a sec. That's a look at the Saturday games on the schedule, you guys. Now you have the inside information, all that betting, all that research from those guys. You're well positioned to now take advantage of a huge odds boost that is being rolled out by FanDuel just for these playoffs. Yes, check it out. Sign up for a new FanDuel Sportsbook account. And when you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this awesome odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. That means if you place a max bet of $5 on any team, you'll win $125 if you hit that bet. And of course, the guy you're taking all of that money from joins us right now. John Sheeran sets the lines for us at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Hey, Sheeran, are you seeing any betting trends for these Saturday games that have you a little bit nervous about your position right now? What are you seeing?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of interest, Lisa. I think the one that the guys just touched on, the Ravens and the Bills, the lines in general this weekend, and we saw it last weekend as well, are really solid. We don't expect a lot of movement. We have all of the information. We have a season-long data set to be able to run our ratings off. So we're pretty confident in the numbers, and I don't expect to see a whole lot of movement, particularly for Saturday's games, with both of them being just a half a point away from the two most important key numbers in the NFL. I think from my perspective, at least, we would like to see a lot more money on the Bills than we've seen so far. About 67% of the money so far has been on Buffalo. I want to continue to build a position against them. We did that last week with Indianapolis and managed to cash those tickets. So we look to do the same again against the Ravens. The points the guys made are all valid. I think it's a pretty favorable matchup when you look at it on paper for Buffalo's offense, but I do have a lot of trust in the Ravens to do a similar job to what the Colts did, play more cover two and put the offense of Buffalo and Josh Allen in front of them, obviously taking away the run entirely, especially now that they've lost Zach Moss. I think it'll allow them to drop extra people back, and I can see the Baltimore Ravens causing the Buffalo Bills a lot of trouble again this weekend, Lisa.
I think you're exactly right. A lot of people thinking that way. Sheeran, thank you. All right, time now to talk daily fantasy. And there are a lot of different contests you can check out right now on FanDuel.com. And, of course, on the FanDuel app as well. You can win a lot of money if you're able to set a winning lineup here. Our job, of course, is to help you win that money. So FanDuel Editor-in-Chief JJ Zacharyson joins us now with his top value plays for this weekend. Hi, JJ.
Hey, Lisa, if you want to save a little salary cap this week, I don't mind Rashard Higgins at $5,300. If you look at what's gone on since Odell Beckham had his season-ending injury, which feels like years ago at this point, but since that point in time, Rashard Higgins has about a 19% target share per game in that Cleveland Browns offense. And what you have to be intrigued by with this matchup against the Chiefs is that the Browns are the biggest underdogs on this slate, which could result in more passing for this offense. And even though the Chiefs were a top 5 team at defending wide receivers when looking at adjusted fantasy points allowed this past year, the potential for 8+ targets for Higgins makes him a good value at just $5,300. I also like Devin Singletary at $5,700. Zach Moss, he's out. That means Devin Singletary is going to see a bigger workload for this Buffalo Bills offense. And we actually have a sample of Singletary without Zach Moss this year. Moss missed weeks 3 through 5, and in those games, Singletary handled over 80% of Buffalo's running back rushes, and he had about a 12% target share. For some context, outside of those games, his running back rush share was 46%, and his target share per game, 8.5%. So we should see a nice uptick in volume for Singletary, and at $5,700, that makes him a strong play. And then finally, Michael Thomas. In his first game back this past week, he ended up with 5 catches on 7 targets. He had 73 yards in the score. This week against a friendlier defense in Tampa Bay for wide receivers, he's priced at $7,200. We know the ceiling is there, and that's why I like Michael Thomas.
Yes, JJ in playoff mode here. Follow JJ on Twitter at LateRoundQB and make sure to take JJ's information to set your lineup this weekend. Check out all the contests available right now on FanDuel.com and on the FanDuel app as well. And good luck winning all that money. All right, guys, let's move on here on the show and get back to our divisional round playoff preview now. Guys, picks for the Saturday games, check, done. Now we're moving on to Sunday. And it's spicy, yes. Take a look at the two games on the Sunday slate. First game kicks off 3:05 Eastern time, and it is going down in my hometown, Kansas City, all that barbecue, hosting the 6th-seeded Cleveland Browns. I'm calling it the Kerney Weaver Bowl here. Dave's been on Cleveland since we started this show, literally 3 years ago. So they're coming off their first playoff win in 27 years. Still can't believe what my eyes saw last weekend, by the way. The Browns jumped out to a 28-0 first quarter lead in Pittsburgh and then just rolled. Now, as for the Chiefs coming off that bye, thanks to that 1 seed, we've watched Patrick Mahomes do his thing all year long, you guys. But only one player in the league was voted unanimous first-team All-Pro, and that was KC tight end Travis Kelce. Set a tight end record, 1,416 receiving yards this season. Dave, let's do this thing. Chiefs are giving 10 points to the Browns in town. Which side are you on here?
Surprise, surprise. I'm on the Browns. Look, the Chiefs just don't cover very often. The last 7 wins, they lost the Chargers, obviously, when they benched everybody the final week. But the 7 wins before that, they won by 6, 3, 2, 3, 4. They don't beat teams by 10 or more points, and I don't even think that they have to win this game. I know it's the biggest underdog of the week, but I do believe that the Browns have a chance in here. They got the best 1-2 punch with Chubb and Hunt coming out of the backfield in all of football. You can run the ball, and they do have a good defense. At times they can get streaky good, and at times they get bad. Obviously, they need to put it together here for 60 minutes to have a chance against the Chiefs. But 10 points is too many for me to play the Chiefs. I'm going Browns.
Well, because they haven't been that dominant team all year, and I think the question here, Dave, is going to be, do the Chiefs just flip a switch now that the playoffs have started? And I'm not convinced of that either. I like the Browns as well. Maybe I'm brainwashed because I lived through that nightmare Sunday night here in Pittsburgh watching the Steelers get crushed by this team. I think the running game for Cleveland, you're getting guys back in it, okay? You're going to get the offensive line coach back. You're going to get Kevin Stefanski, the play caller, back. So you put 48 on Pittsburgh, and you did it with the coach down in his man cave for the game. He wasn't even able to be there or have any kind of input on the game. So 10 points is way too many. We saw the Chiefs dig themselves a lot of holes in last year's playoffs. They won every game and won the Super Bowl. But I'm just not convinced they cover a big number, so give me the Browns.
That's fine. You guys can take the Browns and take the points there. I will go ahead and take Kansas City on the money line. Check. Done. All right, the second game on the Sunday slate, it takes us to New Orleans. The 2-seed Saints hosting the 5th-seeded Bucs. Kickoff 6:40 Eastern time for this game. You guys, let's get into this one. This one is round 3 of Tom Brady versus Drew Brees this year. How did we get here? Take a look. Tampa Bay beat Washington. New Orleans beat Chicago. And there we go. The Saints won both matchups this year. Brees is also 5-2 all-time against Tom Brady. Pony, coming to you first. The Saints are 3-point favorites in this matchup. Which side are you backing here?
Well, I think the third time is going to be a charm for Tom Brady against Drew Brees this season. The first matchup was in week 1. Brady still trying to get used to the new Bruce Arians way of life. The second game was when Antonio Brown made his debut, and Brady had probably too many mouths to feed. They got blown out. They got embarrassed, frankly, in that game. So this is a revenge spot. Dave, I think the Saints have done a lot of smoke and mirrors since Drew Brees came back. You look at their wins, Minnesota, Carolina with the Panthers turning it over 5 times, and they got a gift from the football gods with the Bears in week 1 of the playoffs instead of Arizona. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay here because I think they can win the game. I'm getting points, and right now I trust Tom Brady more than Drew Brees.
I trust Sean Payton more than Bruce Arians in the playoffs. Sean Payton, the Super Bowl winner with 9 playoff wins. Bruce Arians, throughout his head coaching career, has 2 wins. in the playoffs, and I don't think he gets his third here. This line seems very low, though, when you look at the way that the Saints have dominated the Bucs this year, winning by 35 and winning by 11, and they're only favored by 3. I think it has to do with the fact that Tom Brady is the GOAT, and it's playoff time, and this is what he thrives to do. But Sean Payton is going to bring the blitz. When Tom Brady gets blitzed, he's a completely different quarterback. He ranks 32nd when blitzed of all quarterbacks that have at least 20 completions this year. That's not good. So Sean Payton's going to bring it. Tom Brady's not going to have time to throw the ball, and the Saints are going to win, and they're going to win big.
Dave Weaver, I'm still writing that note down. Tom Brady ranks 32nd when blitzed. That's an offline conversation.
Correct.
We got to get more into that. There you have it, though, you guys. Sunday done, and you guys are ready to wager here. We previewed Saturday. You've got Sunday. So you're ready to go. Take our experts' information and make sure to place your bets right now and take advantage of this huge odds boost as well. FanDuel's offering just for the playoffs. Check it out. I mentioned it earlier in the show. New users, get yourself some love here. Sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account right now. And when you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. That means if you place a max bet of $5 on any team, you're going to win $125 if you hit your bet. It's the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, let's pivot now and hand out some serious fist bumps here because our FanDuel winner from last week absolutely crushed her picks. Megan Nunez goes by Megan Making Money on Twitter, nailed all 3 of her Sunday bets. So fist bump to you, Megan. It was awesome. It took the Ravens -3, Browns on the money line, and the Saints Bears under, which helped her take home the wild card weekend crown here for our FanDuel competition. Great stuff by Megan. We've got a new competitor this week. This challenger is Dane Martinez joining us from Sports Grid. Here is how FanDuel works. Our bettors get $100 virtual dollars to place one wager on a spread, money line, and total for this weekend's games. Dane is up first, guest first here on this show. Good luck to you, Dane. Tell us how you're betting that money.
Hey everybody, I'm Dane Martinez, the spitting statistician of Sports Grid, and here's how I'm spending my unit on Saturday in the divisional weekend. First, I'll take $50 and I will bet the Packers to cover the number. The Rams are banged up going to Lambeau Field, and I think a rested, ready MVP candidate Aaron Rodgers will cover the number. My second bet, I'll take $30 and I'll play the money line on the Buffalo Bills. I'm not willing to lay any points in this one, but I do think the home team and Bills Mafia will be enough for Buffalo to survive and advance. With my last $20, I'm taking the over in that Bills-Ravens game. I think both teams will be able to move the ball. Buffalo is number 2 in the league in terms of scoring, and the Ravens have the best run game in the NFL. So I'll take my remaining 20 and think that game goes over the number.
Yeah, survive and advance. That's what it's all about this point in the season. There you have it. Dane is going with $50 virtual dollars on the Packers, giving the points, $30 on the Bills to win outright, and 20 on the over for Bills and Ravens. We'll see how those bets play out. All right, Dave, Pony, and Ed, got to get you guys in here. You have to try to win back that FanDuel title. Same drill for you guys here, $100 virtual dollars. You got to bet spread, money line, and total here for this weekend's games. Dave, take us through your bets here. What you got?
I'm going to agree with Dane on the spread bet. I think the Packers, and John Sheeran is dangling that carrot, putting this line at 6.5. I'll bite, John. I'll take the 6.5. I'll take the Packers. I think they win this game by 17. $50 on the Packers on the spread. My money line is actually going to be the Ravens over the Bills. So we're flipping here what Dane did. I'll take Ravens, getting a little bit of plus money there. And my total, I'll go to the Saints and the Bucs. This is going to be a high-scoring game, mostly from the Saints. I'll take $20 on the over Bucs and Saints. Maybe Tom Brady contributes a bit, but I think more so this is going to be scoring from the Saints ground game. $20 on the over there, 52.
Yeah, my biggest, I'm going to split this out evenly. I'm not going to do a little Ed Egros stunt here with the money and the way it's spread out. I'm going to start with Baltimore with the points. I think they're going to win the game with their rushing attack. Money line, Tampa Bay. They go to New Orleans and win. And then by over-under, I'm going to take the under, $33. So I'm going $34, $33, $33. The last one is going to be the under in Green Bay, LA.
Pony, it's called the Edwardian approach, and that's exactly what I'm going to do again. $98 on the Packers spread against the Rams. The game may include a freezing temperature. Gunslinger concerns for LA. Touchdowns should not be an issue here. $1 goes to the Browns money line. just in case Pat Mahomes is due for regression to the mean. Plus, I'm only putting down $1 for a nice payout. And finally, $1 on the Ravens-Bills over. I think it clears that mark by about 6 points.
Did I hear a $1, Bob? I did.
$1.
The Edwardian approach. I love it. I'm in. Spread, money line, and total. You guys can do that thing right now. You can place those bets, the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Hey, tail our guys, or make your own bets. Make your picks right now, the FanDuel Sportsbook. And remember, new users, download the app and place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000 when you use the promo code MOREWAYS1000. All right, John Sheeran, I told you you'd be back, and here you are. I'm coming back to you because I get a lot of questions each week, especially in the playoffs. Bettors wanting to know which teams are getting the most action right now. So what are you seeing for this weekend's games?
Everybody's touched on it already, Lisa. It's the Green Bay Packers. At 6.5, we've seen 90% of the money for Green Bay. We were at 7. We did see some warm, sharp money at 7 that caused us to move it to 6.5. At 7, it was about a 75-25 split. Everybody's very keen to take under a touchdown, so I don't see that line going any further towards Green Bay. A word of caution, I really like the spot for the Rams. We're happy to build a position against the Packers at 6.5. I think that defense can cause Green Bay enough trouble and be in this game, even though there are those concerns about Jared Goff. I have no concerns about the weather. He's 3-1 since his rookie season in weather under 40 degrees. So I think this narrative that he can't compete in cold is nonsense. But happy to build a position against the Packers at 6.5, Lisa.
All right. So some fighting words, Sharon, for our guys. All right, thank you so much. Great perspective, as always. And as you know, guys, injuries, especially at this point in the season, are always a factor. Pro Football Doc David Chow joins us now with information on the health of these teams we're going to see this weekend that are taking the field specifically for Saturday's games. Hi, Doc.
Saturday's playoff matchups create some interesting issues. The Rams versus the Packers. Goff will be the starting quarterback, even though his thumb may not be 100%. Wolford, the backup, is iffy. Cooper Kupp has missed some practice time but should play. The big question is what happens along the defensive line and the Packers' offensive line. Will Aaron Donald play and be effective? I believe he will. The Packers are going to need a plan B for David Bakhtiari because Jared Veldheer tested positive for COVID and he was just signed. The other matchup, the Ravens and the Bills, are the healthiest matchup of the weekend. Both sides are very healthy. The Bills will miss Zach Moss, their running back, and the Ravens will miss Ronnie Stanley, but they've missed him a while at left tackle. Otherwise, players on both sides of the ball for the Bills and Ravens are getting healthier, and that should be an explosive, tough matchup.
All right, thank you, Doc. Hey, time now to pivot here and give some underdogs a little love, because you know I'm all about the plus money. I talk about it all show long, every single show. And an easy way to get that money and get that return is by betting dogs to win outright. Cole, take us to the money line here. Who's on upset alert here in the divisional round?
Well, I'm going to make you a few greenbacks by putting the Buffalo Bills on upset alert against those Ravens. The tipping point here is going to be the Bills defense versus the Ravens top-ranked run offense. The Bills, we know that they've won 10 out of the last 11, but trying to stop Lamar Jackson, that's a task that I don't feel that they're going to be up to once game time rolls around. Sorry, Bills Mafia. I see the Ravens getting the win here, 21-17. I'm rolling with Pony and Sheeran here.
Yeah, there it is. Take those Ravens. Plus 120 on that money line. And new users, I'm talking specifically to you right here. Get in on all that action. When you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, you can make any bet risk-free up to $1,000. Just sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. You're going to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000 just by using that promo code MOREWAYS1000. If your first bet doesn't hit, it's all good. We've got your back. FanDuel's going to refund you up to $1,000 in-site credit. It is the best mulligan in the business. So let's swing big here, you guys. Dave, Pony, and Ed, you have up to $1,000 to place on that risk-free bet. So let's make our viewers that money. Dave, you first.
Well, when you go to the NFL tab, don't click on games. Click on weekend specials. You can bet which team will score the most points this weekend. For me, it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens. They're plus 750. So my $1,000 will collect $8,500 if they get the most points of these 8 teams.
Dave, I found that tab too. It's awesome. I'm going to go lowest scoring team this weekend. Get this, the Bills. Against the Ravens, the last time they lost was to a mobile quarterback. It was Kyler Murray.
Let's stay creative here. Most playoff passing yards. Safest route, take the quarterback who plays the most games, but also has to play from behind a lot. And I think that's going to be Aaron Rodgers. His connection to Devontae Adams has been extraordinary all season long. $1,000 risk-free bet, $9,000.
Oh, yes. In on all of that plus money. Thank you, guys. Great stuff by you guys. Gamblers, make sure you sign up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account right now and place those bets. Use the promo code right there on your screen, MoreWays1000. You're going to get that risk-free bet up to $1,000. Easy, legal, live. So much fun. Take your winnings if you hit and just get your money back. If you don't, you get to do it all over again. Everybody, thank you for joining us for this show this week. Enjoy the divisional round playoff games, and we'll see you right back here next week.
Saturday, 3-year-old fillies at a Kentucky Oaks prep play the Silver Bullet Day from Fairgrounds. Brought to you by Golden Sense, standing at Spendthrift Farm. Watch and wager Saturday. Fairgrounds, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific.
First went to the racetrack because my dad took me there, but I truly got into racing when I picked up a book called The Winning Horse Player by Andy Beyer. And don't tell the library that I took it from. I never brought it back. And it absolutely took me into a world that I wanted to be a part of the rest of my life, the world of horse racing. I love the Pick 4. I love pretty much all horizontal wagers. I've now, after really loving the Pick 4, I've also come to appreciate the Pick 5 because of the low takeout. My favorite angle is something that stayed with me for many, many moons now. Going back to the first time I started handicapping, a trainer came up to me and said, doesn't it look like a lot of horses benefit when they turn back from a route race to 6.5 furlongs? And I've kept that with me ever since. And consistently, you'll see horses run well when they make the turn back to 6.5 in particular from a route race. If I wasn't at TVG, I'd be working my way up through the news world. I love television as much as I love horse racing. The fact that I combine it at TVG is the perfect job.
TVG Saturday. Gulfstream Park features top Florida breds on Sunshine Millions Day, with 4 stakes events for older horses, including the Sunshine Millions Classic. Play Saturday. Gulfstream, first post, 12:05 Eastern, 9:05 Pacific.
What's up, football fans? Welcome to day 2 of the divisional round. 2 more games on the schedule for us today, with the winners advancing to the conference championship. We're so excited you're here with us. Thanks for hanging with us. We're breaking down and betting both games, plus giving you same-game parlays and handing out some risk-free bets as well. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I am your host, Lisa Kerney, and as always, I am joined by the very best in the business. Our team of sports betting experts. These guys are here to help you make money. So now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. Just plug in that promo code MoreWays1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. It's easy, it's legal, it's so much fun. So we're getting right to the games because we got some bets to place here. Here's a look at today's schedule, and the first game up is the 6th-seeded Browns in my hometown, eating my barbecue, facing my top-seeded Kansas City Chiefs. Kickoff 3:05 Eastern time. And oh, by the way, I am going to just go ahead and call this the Kerney Weaver Bowl because Dave has been on Cleveland since we started this show 3 years ago. They're coming off their first playoff win in 27 years, since we're talking about timelines. I still can't believe what my eyes saw last week, and I don't know about you guys. The Browns jumped out to a 28-0 first quarter lead in Pittsburgh and absolutely rolled. Now, as for the Chiefs coming off that bye, thanks to the 1 seed, we've watched Patrick Mahomes do his thing all season long. It's all career long. But only one offensive player was voted unanimous first team All-Pro, and that was Kansas City tight end Travis Kelce. Set a tight end record with 1,416 receiving yards this season. Dave, let's do this thing. Chiefs are giving 10 points to these Browns in town. Which side are you on here?
It's going to be tough to slow Kelce down, but I think the Browns can do it. I like the Browns defense, and I like what they can bring with the running game as well with that 1-2 punch with Chubb and Hunt. I think they're going to be able to run the ball successfully against the Chiefs and keep this game closer than a lot of people think. The Chiefs don't blow teams out. The last time that they won a game by more than 6 points was against the New York Jets in Week 8. Since then, their wins have been 3 points, 3 points, 6 points, 6 points, 3 points, 4, and 2. They win by a touchdown. Fine. I'm getting 10 points. They're a terrible covering team, and I think the Browns are still underrated by most people other than me.
Yeah, I think the line here indicates historical trends more than anything else, Dave. That's a dangerous game to play. You know, it's basing this line, I think, on Kansas City's prior playoff success last year, winning the Super Bowl, and the Browns' lack thereof. But if you honestly evaluate where both teams are right now, how could you favor Kansas City by double digits? They barely beat the Falcons in Week 16 with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. All those guys played. They didn't even get to 20 points. And then you look at the Browns. They just won a game, scored 48 against their arch rival, the Steelers. They didn't have their head coach. They didn't have their offensive line coach. They didn't have one of the best guards in football, Joel Bitonio. They get both of their starting corners back, Kevin Johnson and Denzel Ward, in this game. It's going to be competitive. When Nick Chubb plays, the Browns are always in the game. They lost to the Jets because they had no wide receivers. And the other game they lost was that thriller against Baltimore, 47-42. I think they keep it close. They cover.
That's fine. Take your points. That's totally fine. But I've got the Chiefs surviving and advancing. All right, let's advance the show here and get the right take on this matchup. For that, we get to our guy in Chicago, our NFL expert, Cole Wright with Marquee Sports Network, formerly of NFL Network, of course. Cole, you heard the guys' picks here. Which team do you have winning in Kansas City, and by how many points?
Well, a lot of nostalgia floating around in this one. We know the Browns, they beat the Steelers in a wild card matchup back in '94, and they did it again on Super Wild Card Weekend, except this time there were fewer silk shirts and Z Cavaricis in their lockers. Now, Cleveland, they threw hot grits on the Steelers from the very beginning. That was evident, but the Chiefs' defense, they're literally middle of the road. They're 16th overall, and stopping the fabulous Baker boys is not going to be easy because the Browns, they've scored over 30 points 8 times this year and 40 points 4 times. But let's get back to Kansas City because they've gone for over 39 times this season, and with weapons galore at Patrick Mahomes' disposal, the Chiefs, I think they're going to be too much, Lisa. Kansas City, they've won 4 of the last 5 versus Cleveland. Plus, when it comes to Andy Reid, he's never lost to the Browns. So 32-20, I think Kansas City, I think they win and cover.
That's what I'm talking about, Cole. You're welcome at my party any day. Thank you. Odds right now, by the way, at FanDuel Sportsbook app. Thank you, Cole. We'll see you again in a little bit. Second game on the Sunday slate. Let's keep rocking this thing out. That takes us to New Orleans. The 2-seeded Saints hosting the 5th-seeded Bucks. Kickoff for this one, 6:40 Eastern time. And this one is round 3 of Tom Brady versus Drew Brees this year. How did we get here? Tampa Bay beat Washington. New Orleans beat Chicago. The Saints won both matchups this year. And by the way, Brees is 5-2 all time against Tom Brady. Pony, coming to you here. The Saints are 3-point favorites. Which way are you going?
Well, I'm sure Dave will have some stats on Tom Brady that'll make you all believe that he's just, a withered old man that has no chance against that Saints front. I'll let him get to that in a minute here. I'm not going to steal his thunder, but look, the Saints swept this series. It wasn't particularly close in the regular season by a combined 46 points. But the key stat is this. The Bucks turned the ball over 6 times in those 2 games. So if you want to bet on the Saints and bet on the fact that you think Tom Brady is going to turn it over again and throw interceptions, well, then fine. Take New Orleans to get back to the NFC Championship game. But I'm not going to do that. Mike Evans is going to play. Antonio Brown has come into his own. Gronkowski has gotten better in the second half of the year. Fournette has found a role in the offense. I think the Bucs will be fine. I think they'll actually win this game because I don't think Brady's going to throw 3 interceptions like he did in the previous matchup or when he threw 2 back in week 1, Dave.
I think Sean Payton has his number, and he knows how to get him to throw interceptions. You blitz Tom Brady. Here's that stat that you were alluding to. When Tom Brady gets pressured and is under a blitz, I did some research at Pro Football Reference, he ranks 32nd amongst quarterbacks, and I picked for at least 20 completions. That's basically every starter and every backup in football. 32nd when blitzed. His passer rating is in the high 80s. His normal passer rating is obviously much closer to 100 or higher. So Tom Brady, when blitzed, is how you beat him. Sean Payton has now beat the Tampa Bay Bucks 5 times in a row and have the Saints. And the 2 games this year, they won by 35 and 11. It's not like they're squeaking by. Another blowout win here for the Saints.
I think great points on both sides, but both of you guys. Thank you. Anyone that knows me and follows me on Twitter knows that I love numbers. So let's get some more stats here. Get an analytics perspective on betting this game. Eddie Gross, what do your models say about this one in New Orleans?
Lisa, we've talked a good bit about the importance of Michael Thomas returning to this Saints offense and how dynamic he's been with Drew Brees, and certainly that's been important. That was just the second time last week that Michael Thomas and Drew Brees started and ended a game together. And yes, it was an unbeatable combination for a while, but this time the Saints finished 6 out of 12 wildcard teams, an EPA per dropback at .048. The rushing attack was much worse in that playoff game against the Bears, 9th out of 12 in EPA per rush at negative .188. Buccaneers finished better on both accounts, 2nd in EPA per dropback at .455, 5th in EPA per rush at negative .039. Why is that the case? Well, credit Antonio Brown for being part of the fold, Mike Evans being healthy enough, and having a comfortable lead to using Leonard Fournette a good bit more. Normally, I would lean on the team that won the first two meetings in this three-game set, so to speak. But in this particular instance, I like Tampa Bay on the money line, 28-25.
Okay, there it is. Thank you, Ed. And that's a look at today's games. Now you have the information, the inside info, all of that research from our guys, so you are well positioned to go ahead and take advantage of this. A huge odds boost. FanDuel is rolling out just for the playoffs. Check it out. Sign up for a new FanDuel Sportsbook account, and when you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this, an odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. That means if you place a max bet of $5 on any team, you're going to win $125 if you hit your bet. Again, it's right there on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And the guy that you're taking all of that money from joins us right now. John Sheeran sets the lines for us at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Sheeran, are there any betting trends that you're seeing for these Sunday games that have you a little nervous about your position on them right now?
I won't start sweating just yet, Lisa, but I'm really surprised by the interest in the Browns. I agree with the guys. I think the number's too high, and I think that explains it. About 60% of the money so far has been for Cleveland, which is unthinkable because the Chiefs have just been, the emerald of the public bettor's eye, and for them to desert them at this stage against the Cleveland Browns, I think gives a good, strong indication that we see this line move towards the Cleveland Browns. I expected this game to be about an 8.5 spread. It's 10 right now. That is under pressure, and I think if you do like the Browns, I would take that sooner rather than later. For all of the reasons that the guy spoke about, I think the Chiefs are probably 10-point favorites based mainly because of their priors from last year. I don't think they're 10 points better on the body of work this season. And Dave Weaver actually covered a stat correctly for the first time all season by saying, they haven't managed to cover. They haven't been impressive recently. And it is all down to the prior from last year's run to the Super Bowl.
Said with love, I'm sure, Sheeran. Thank you. All right, we'll talk to you again in a little bit. Let's pivot now and hand out some serious, mad, well-deserved fist bumps because our FanDuel winner from last week absolutely crushed all of her picks. Megan Nunez goes by Megan Making Money on Twitter, nailed all three of her Sunday bets. Took the Ravens -3, Browns on the money line, and Saints Bears under for last week's games. Fist bump, fist bump, fist bump helped her take home the wild card weekend crown here for the FanDuel Championship. Great stuff by Megan. This week we have a new challenger to take on our experts. Dane Martinez from Sports Grid joins us, and here's how FanDuel works. Our bettors get $100 virtual dollars to place a wager on a spread, money line, and total for this weekend's games. Dane, of course, guests up first on this show. Good luck, Dane. Tell us how you're betting that money.
What's up, everybody? This is Dane Martinez, the spitting statistician of the Sports Grid Network, and here's how I take my $100 and divide it up on Sunday's divisional weekend action. I am entirely focused on the third matchup between the Bucs and the Saints and these two future Hall of Fame quarterbacks. For my first bet, I'm taking $40 and I'm putting it on Tampa Bay with the points. I think ever since their Week 13 bye, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been humming. I think they are building more chemistry and rounding into form. It is tough Goff to beat a team 3 times in a row in the same season. So for my second bet, I'm taking another $40 and I'm putting it on the Tampa Bay Bucks money line. I think they truly are getting better, and I think they are way different than in their week 1 matchup. You see guys like AB and Gronk really starting to get into the flow of this offense, and I think that late buy was important. For my third bet, I'm taking my last $20 and I'm taking the under on this total. I know it's a little contrarian, but I think that the Saints defense has gotten a lot better since that 34-23 win in week 1, and I actually think Todd Bowles and the Bucks defense will provide a different kind of style for this matchup. The third one will be different, and that is how I'm breaking up my unit this weekend.
That's right, Survive in Advance. Okay, Dane, thank you. And there you have it. Dane has all 100 of his virtual dollars on the Bucks Saints game here. 40 on Tampa Bay getting the points, 40 on Tampa Bay to win outright, and 20 on the under for this game. We'll see how his game plays out. Remember, you can snag a same-game parlay as well. Look for that SGP tab on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Look for your games. You'll see that tab right underneath. All right, Dave, Pony, and Ed, you guys have got to try to win the FanDuel title back. Here is your chance in the divisional round. Same drill for you guys. 100 virtual dollars to bet. 1 spread, 1 money line, and 1 total for this weekend's games. Dave, how are you betting it here on Sunday?
Well, here's something fun that Dane can do. He can take a Benjamin out of his wallet, get out a lighter, and light it on fire because he just lost $100. I'm all in on the Saints. I'm going Saints spread, Saints money line, and the over. Completely opposite of thinking that the Bucks are going to keep this close and low scoring. Why? They haven't been able to do that all year. Sean Payton owns this team. Blitz Tom Brady, make some turnovers. The Saints score on many of the touches here. So I'm all in. Saints and the over.
I'm going to spread my money around, unlike the guy that's going to talk after me here. Again, I'm sorry for taking all of Ed's credit. I'm going to take $34 and put it on the Browns spread. Not going to get too greedy with the double-digit spread, $34 on them. Money line, I'm going to go back to Dane. I like Tampa Bay to win the game outright. I really do. I think this is a de facto NFC championship game. The winner goes to the Super Bowl. And then the last one, $33. The over-under on Tampa Bay, New Orleans. I'm going to go over in that game. I'm not buying, Dennis Allen and Todd Bowles and whatever, strategies they're going to come up with. I think both quarterbacks cook in this game.
Pony, you're just jealous that your betting approach doesn't have a trademarked name. The Edwardian approach strikes again here. $1 on Tampa Bay covering with problems with the Saints passing attack. Then I want $98 on the Chiefs money line because they're the best team in football. And then I want $1 on the Browns-Chiefs over. The Chiefs defense wants you to run the football, and Cleveland does it really well. When it comes to rushing yards over expected, they're about as good as any team in the National Football League.
I love it. Survive in Advance. The Edwardian approach. Spread, money line, and totals. You can even put $1. Do you see what Ed did there? I love the creativity. You can place those bets right now. Tailor guys or make your own picks right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And remember, new users, I'm going to remind you all so long, use that promo code. It's right there on your screen. More ways, 1,000. You're going to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000 just by using that promo code right there. We're going to get back to that SGP we talked about a bit ago. It is a fun way to double, triple, quadruple in the same game. Yep, it's called the same game parlay, and you can make that parlay bet right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. As Dave mentioned, it is so easy. Why an SGP? Well, because this is where you can dramatically increase your payout by combining wagers for the same game. So let's rock this thing out. And Dave, which game are you working with here on this Sunday slate?
I'm going to stay with the Saints and the Bucks, but I have enough vested on that game itself. I'm going to look for some player props, specifically anytime touchdown scores in this game. And I think for the Saints, Kamara and Taysom Hill both get into the end zone. But Antonio Brown, really been impressed the way he's finally started to communicate with Tom Brady. They're hitting on all cylinders. So if anybody scores for the Bucks, I'm going to say it's Antonio Brown. If I get those three to score, I'm getting 13-1 on my money. $50 gets me back over $700.
That's risky, Dave, because as long as the Saints blitz, I don't think Tom Brady, according to you, is going to throw any touchdown passes in this game, right? Same game parlay. It's all about the tight ends in the Cleveland-Kansas City matchup. Both of these defenses have struggled against tight ends, keeping them out of the end zone. In fact, Cleveland has allowed 10 tight end touchdowns this year. Kansas City allowed 9. So this is what I'm going to do. Austin Hooper, anytime touchdown scorer for Cleveland. Kansas City, Travis Kelce, the first touchdown scored in this game. You just put those two things together, you get a huge payout on a same-game parlay.
Also going with the Chiefs and the Browns here, and I think we're almost in agreement that the Browns can cover a rather large spread. So what's fun for me is going with the alternate spread. So I'm going to take Browns plus 5.5. Add to that a first-half money line for the Chiefs, and the home total points under 34.5 as they perhaps run a little bit more than usual. So I'm expecting a good, tight game that has some points, not a ton, but a $50 bet here scores me more than 370.
Awesome way to put an extra little juice on this game. Guys, great stuff. You can tail one of our guys or build your own same-game parlay. You can do it right now. The FanDuel Sportsbook app. Just click on the game that you like. You're going to see a little same-game parlay tab. Hit that, and then just have some fun. Watch your odds increase. All right, FanDuel is also offering a special promotion if you place a same-game parlay that's at least 3 legs, and the odds are plus 200 or longer. If you lose exactly 1 leg of that bet, FanDuel will give you up to $25 in site credit. So make sure to take advantage of the special promotion today. You can find it again on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, John Sheeran, I'm coming back to you. I get a lot of questions each and every week. Bettors really wanting to know which teams are seeing the most action here. A lot of eyeballs on just 2 games here on Sunday. What are you seeing for these games?
Yeah, I can't give you an answer. It's really closely split in both of the games. A small bias towards Cleveland Browns right now. Expect money to come for the Chiefs as that number may drop, so nothing there. And then it's almost a 50-50 split with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. I don't buy too much into the narrative from the first 2 games. I think situationally it was very different. I think turnovers cost Tampa Bay in both of those games. But what I can tell you is that there is a huge bias towards the over in that game in New Orleans. We opened it at 49.5, up to 51.5 right now. Still a 5-1 bias to the over. And I think when you break down that game, it's not hard to see both offenses having a lot of success. And I think the over in that game is the way to go, even if that means agreeing with Dave Weaver, which I think is, a part of the poorhouse, Lisa.
That is just, you go down in flames fast. Thank you, Sharon. Great perspective as always. You're the man. All right, as you know, injuries are always a factor, especially at this point in the season. So we want to check in with Pro Football Doc David Chow, who joins us now with information on the health of these teams taking the field here for these Sunday games. Hi, Doc.
All right, let's go over Sunday's playoff games in terms of health, starting with the Browns at the Chiefs. The Browns get healthier in terms of their pass defense. They get number 1 corner Denzel Ward back and another corner back after the COVID protocols. However, they do lose a corner to a hamstring issue. The Chiefs get healthier with Tyreek Hill being full go, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is poised to return this week as well. In the other matchup, Saints against the Bucks. Battle of 2 of the established older quarterbacks. The Bucks lose guard Alex Kappa to the season with a fractured ankle. That's a big loss. Ronald Jones may not be able to play, but defensively they get back linebacker Devin White and Steve McClendon at D-line, so that'll be key. Meanwhile, the Saints are getting healthier with Breeze, Kamara, and Thomas all back and playing.
All right. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate that. All right, team, we are just hours away right now from kicking off these Sunday games, so we've got to get these bets in, and we got to do it fast. Let's get our quick pick recap before all of these games today. The early game, Browns at the Chiefs. Kansas City, again, giving 10 at Arrowhead. Dave, who do you like?
I like the Browns, and we haven't talked about the fact that the Chiefs are off the bye. Sometimes that works against you, and you get a little bit rusty. Look what happened last year when the Ravens, as number 1 seed, came up flat against the Titans in their first game. I think the Browns can catch the Chiefs off guard here. Maybe the Chiefs win, but I think 10 points is too big of a spread. The Chiefs have been winning games by 6 points, 4 points, 3 points, so I think that this is a too big of a number for the Chiefs. I'm taking the Browns.
Okay, Pony?
Lisa, I lost you there. I was stunned for a second because I'm mesmerized by Dave. He's made so many good points that even John Sheeran was complimenting him earlier in the show, which was a first. Look, the Browns with their run game between Chubb and actually Hunt in the pass game is a guy that comes in and catches the ball out of the backfield. I think they'll keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline for a big chunk of this game, and that's why they'll cover and keep it close.
I think you're both wrong, but that's fine. In addition to betting the spread here, there are a ton of fun prop bets available for this game, so let's just move right on here. You've got a full menu waiting for you right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Let's scroll through it. Let's just rip through some of the most popular ones for these games right now. Pony, coming right back to you. Total touchdowns scored in this game, over or under 6.5 for the Chiefs and Browns?
Yeah, I'm going to go the under. And I know that the reason why the over would be the trendy bet is because the Browns just scored 48 and the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, and on paper, maybe the most high-powered offense in the entire league. But if Cleveland sticks around in this game, and again, I'm picking them to cover, they're going to have to keep possession of the ball. They're not going to have to be a quick strike offense. They're going to have to keep control, and for that reason, I'm going under.
Okay, Ed, Pony's wrong there. How about this for you? First half team total for the home team. That's the Chiefs. Over or under 17 points? What you got?
Well, when it comes to first half bets, always look at scripted plays. Great way to start. So I'm going to lean over here because the Chiefs are phenomenal passing the football in scripted plays. They're not that good rushing. So if they stick to their game plan and not worry too much about matchups, I think they can hit at least 17.
All right, Cole, coming to you. Which half will be the highest scoring half in this game? Do you think the first or the second?
Well, Lisa, I'm going to have to go with the second half at free money at plus 110 because the Chiefs, they've scored 14 or more points in the second half 9 times for all you Ferris Bueller's fans out there in 2020. They start slow, but they like to finish fast, so I'm going with the second half.
All right, good stuff. Good pull, Cole. Now to the late game here. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. Again, for the third time this season. Saints won the first 2 and are 3-point favorites in this one. Pony, which side are you on here?
I'm taking Tampa Bay. I don't have ample evidence yet that Drew Brees is truly back from that lung and rib injuries that he suffered. He's played. The game he lost was to a really good team, Kansas City. The games he's won have been against teams that are 500 or worse. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay, not only on the spread, but also the money line.
Okay, Bucks plus 3. And for all of you at home, I don't want you all to miss out on this awesome odds boost available right now for you. FanDuel is rolling out a great odds boost just for the playoffs. So another reminder right here, I mentioned it earlier in the show, new users sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. When you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this, an odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. That means if you place a max bet of $5 on any team, you're going to win $125 if you hit your bet. Again, on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And of course, along with taking advantage of that promotion, you can bet some prop bets on the game as well. So giddy up, let's bet some more right now. Dave, let's get to this. Total points for the away team. That, of course, here in this game is Tampa Bay. Over or under 24.5?
Well, the last 5 times that the Bucks have played the Saints, they haven't scored more than 24 in any of those games, and the average is 14.2, and I'm getting plus money. I'm going under.
Keep in mind, they have scored at least 30 in 4 straight games now. Just saying. Ed, how about the spread for the first half? The Saints are -2 here. Do they cover that number?
Well, no team ran the football better on scripted plays than the Saints. If Drew Brees also shortens the game with deets and dunks to Michael Thomas, real action and attempts to play catch-up won't happen until the second half. So I'm going to hedge my Bucks bet from earlier and say, yes, Saints cover first half.
Okay, Sheeran will tell you hedging is for gardeners, by the way. Cole, which team will score last in this game?
Lisa, I got to go Tampa at plus 102. Tom Brady, he's never lost to a team 3 times in one season, so why start now? This one going to come down to the wire. Tom Brady and Tampa, they win last minute in this one, 27-21.
All right, great stuff, guys. These are just a few of the prop bets that are available for you right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Just keep on scrolling. Hundreds are available. There are dozens of fun bets, and you're going to find them right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, you guys, let's get right to it. New users, I'm talking to you right here. Get in on that action right now. When you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, you can make any bet risk-free. Up to $1,000. Just sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. You're going to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. Just just by using the promo code right there, MoreWays1000. This means if your first bet doesn't hit, it's all good. We've got your back. FanDuel's going to refund you up to $1,000 in site credit. It is the best mulligan in the business, you guys. So let's go ahead and swing big here in the divisional round. Dave, Pony, Ed, you have up to $1,000 to place on that risk-free bet. Let's make our viewers some money here. Dave, you first. Where are you putting that money?
Oh, I'm all in on the Saints, so let's do this. The Saints in the 2 games against the Bucs have won by 35 and 11. Split the difference. That's 3 touchdowns. I'm going to lay 20.5 points and get 7.5 to 1. $1,000 gets me back 8,500 when the Saints beat them by 21.
Good thing it's risk-free. I'm going to take Antonio Brown to score 2+ touchdowns against New Orleans. He has scored a touchdown in 4 straight games. He had 2 against Atlanta in Week 17. I love the odds on this bet.
Here's a pre-built spread and total points parlay from the FanDuel Sportsbook. Browns plus 10.5 over 56.5, so it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. Combine that and the $1,000 risk-free bet scores me a total of $3,400.
There you go. All that plus money. Great stuff, you guys. Gamblers, make sure to sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account right now. You can place their bets or do your own thing. Use the promo code MoreWays1000. And most importantly, enjoy these games and enjoy those bets. Cheer on your wagers, cheer on your teams, cheer on your players. And thank you for joining us today and always. We'll see you right back here next week.
Saturday, 3-year-old fillies at a Kentucky Oaks prep play the Silver Bullet Day from Fairgrounds. Brought to you by Golden Sense, standing at Spendthrift Farm. Watch and wager Saturday. Fairgrounds, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific.
Well, I got into racing through my father. So I was pretty much born into the sport. My father started as a jockey, and then he became a trainer about 35 years ago. So I've been coming to the track since I was a baby. There's actually a photo of me in the winner's circle at Santa Anita when I'm only a few months old. The older I got when I was in college, I just really got involved with my father's horses, following them. He started to get better horses, so I would travel with him, and a spark was just in me that really loved the sport. So for me, it was really ingrained in me since I was a child. What is my favorite angle? This is going to make you laugh, but it has proven time and time again that it works. First time gelding. I know, as funny as that sounds. So first time gelding, you will see a horse drastically improve first time gelding. And there's certain trainers that, especially with the amount of time that they've been given since the horse has been gelded, I have seen horses finish last in their race prior and they'll come back and win. It is an angle for me that you can absolutely never overlook.
Saturday, 3-year-old hopefuls in a Kentucky Derby prep. The Grade 3 LeCompte from Fairgrounds. Brought to you by Golden Sense, standing at Spendthrift Farm. Watch and wager Saturday. Fairgrounds, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific.